It's finally June, and you know what that means. It is my birthday month, and actually today my husband is taking me out for my birthday dinner since we both work on my actual birthday. So let's get ready together. It is currently June 6th, but my birthday is on June 17th, which if you did not know is International Black Veil Brides Day. Just gonna throw that out there, and yes, they are also my favorite band, which is awesome that it falls on my birthday. But besides the point, we both work because my birthday falls on a Wednesday this year and we're only off on the weekends, so we figured we'd do it today. So for any birthday look or looks that I want to last a while, definitely go in with primer. And I've been loving this one from Milk Makeup. It is their Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. So I take about a pea-sized amount of this, rub it between my fingers to warm it up a little bit. And then anywhere I get oily or I have larger pores, we just slap this on. And I feel like this primer helps keep my oils at bay without being too drying. If you know me, you know my tried or true ride or die foundation is this Maybelline Skin Tint. So of course we're gonna use that for a special occasion. But this is also just a really nice everyday foundation. You don't have to just use it for special occasions. It is, again, my ride or die. This is my second one of these, and I still have two on backup. I cannot be without this. And yes, I just kind of messily put it everywhere and hope for the best. And it seems to work out for me, so that's what we do. And then of course I just use a beauty sponge and pounce this into the skin. And just look at how pretty that is. Are you kidding? It is that natural kind of skin-like finish, but full coverage. And it's so pretty. Now recently I got sent Tarte Shape Tape. This used to be one of my absolute favorite concealers. And this is the first time I've used it probably in 2 or 3 years. It's just been a hot minute, and now I'm kind of like, oh, I remember why I love this so much. And yeah, there's dupes out there at the drugstore and whatnot, but I still feel like this is possibly better than the dupes that are available at the drugstore. There's just something about it that the drugstore doesn't get right. And it has to be the original Shape Tape formula. I can't do the Radiant or the Creamy or any of that. It doesn't have the same coverage or feel. There's just something about this concealer that I absolutely love. And I can't explain it. It's so good. And yes, I do use quite a bit of it. That is just a personal preference and how I've done my concealer for years. But I don't know what it is about it. The dupes just don't fully get it right. Yes, it works still. Like, I love the e.l.f. camo concealer and stuff. But there's something about original Shape Tape. It's just so good. And I can't put words together to describe this. And I know a lot of people have issues with it getting dry and cakey. I guess since I have more oily skin, I don't have to worry about that. It just looks so pretty, especially with this foundation. Again, something about this combination I just love. And since we're going out, of course, I'm using some tried and trues for my cheek products. So we have the Rare Beauty Bronzer Stick in Happy Soul, and then also the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in Worth. These together, match made in heaven. I know whenever I run out of either one of these, I am gonna have to immediately buy more because it really is that good. Yes, I have other bronzers and blushes, but none like this. It is seriously that good. And for my nose contour, whether I do cream or powder, I've just been using this little Profusion brush. I've used it so much that the label is fully rubbed off. All I remember is it's a Profusion brush, and it just does amazing with blending out your nose contour. It's the perfect shape and size. And I just love how easily this bronzer just melts into the skin. And once you put powder and everything on top, it looks so natural. And again, with the foundation, this combo is just to die for. I can't get over it. This is a combo I have talked about forever. And then, of course, going in with a little bit of that blush. It's just, it's the perfect everyday blush, but you can also use it for, you know, more dressy looks or anything. And again, just blends in so easily. Then another tried and true Laura Mercier loose setting powder here. I'm gonna set the whole face. And then after setting, I like to take whatever product is left on my blush brush and just add it on top, just to ring intensify the blush a little bit. Definitely don't add more since it is a liquid product, but just whatever is left, tap on top. Once again, a try and true I always talk about, Benefit Cookie Highlighter. This highlighter is just, again, out of this world, and it goes great with this combo that we already have going on. Like, yeah. It's lit from within, but wet and glowy and dewy. You can really build it up, or you can make it look a little more natural if you want to. I like in between. Not too natural, but not 2016 highlighter either. Somewhere in between. Sometimes I will go full on like 2016 highlighter, not gonna lie. But day to day, somewhere in between. Can't really talk for this next part, so I'm gonna tell you what I'm using before I do it. This is Sachi lip stain lip liner thing, and pinked. This is my absolute favorite one. I have this one, I have one on backup, and I have one in my car because I cannot be without this color. So I'm gonna put this on and I do my whole lip and I'll be right back. Also, what I've been doing recently is doing the outline first, letting this dry a little bit, going back over the outline a little bit more, just so the outline is darker and it kind of gives a gradient into the lip, so it actually looks like a lip liner and lipstick combo instead of just having one color all over the lips. It gives a little more. Now we're obviously gonna let this sit and stuff. It might get on my teeth, so if it does, just ignore that. I will fix it after we do the peel. Let's jump into eyes. I do already have some black liner in the waterline. Of course, I have to pull out Makeup by Mario because I would not be me if I didn't. This is the Master Mattes Neutrals palette. This just screams jasmine. Okay, it does. So I just want to do a simple, easy look, and then I'm going to spice up a little more with the liner, lashes, stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and jump in with this shade right here. The one gripe I have about Makeup by Mario palettes is there isn't really shade names. It's just a combination of letters and numbers. I'd rather have like cute names than just letters and numbers personally, but I mean, if that's my only complaint, they're doing pretty good because I am very picky when it comes to eyeshadows, especially if I'm going to be spending Makeup by Mario prices, because I think one of these palettes is like $56, something like that, and I own both of them and one of the limited edition palettes, and just so much by him, honestly. This formula always knocks it out of the park for me, and I think that's what really matters in this scenario. I am going to take a little bit of that same shade, pinch the brush, and hit the lower lash line a little bit. Just want to look pretty for my birthday dinner. Nothing too crazy or anything. I'm not doing like bright blue eyeshadow and all that. Now let's go ahead, deepen this up a little bit. I'm going to use this brown shade here. Tap off the excess. And we're just going to hit this outer corner area and even bring it down a little bit on this lower lash line just to connect everything together on this outer edge. And these shadows seriously just blend themselves, which is why I love them so much. They're just so good and so easy to use. And I'm literally doing all this with one brush too. Just gonna tap that off a little bit more. I'm gonna grab a mixture of the cream and the pinky shade here. Just go back and forth in those a little bit. And that is going on the lid area. But trust me, that is not all we're doing. Now that we got that down, I cannot get away from this color. Every time I use this palette, I have to use it. We're going in with the slate gray because just look at how pretty she is. I'm gonna tap into that a little bit and hit this outer edge area just a little bit more. Just kind of where that brown meets the lid shade and blend it in there. Now I even take my finger and further blend it in. It just adds a little something. Another Makeup by Mario product. Are we surprised? Probably not. This is the Master Crystal Reflector in the shade Quartz. I don't even think you can see how pretty that is on camera, but I'm gonna pick some of this up. It's kind of like the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm, if you've ever used that. Personally, I have not, but I have this, so I don't think I really need it. And I'm just going to tap this all over the lid, and it adds a beautiful sparkle. Another Tarte product I've been loving is their Smolder Eyes pencil in the shade Gaze, which is like a champagne color. This is just so easy to draw on this inner corner. Take it a little bit on this inner portion of the lower lash line like I like to do. It's so easy to draw on. I don't even have to blend it out. It is one of those products that really is worth it. Especially if this is something you do every single day. Take a shade like this on this inner corner and the lower lash line like that. It's just so easy to go in with this. Now I will just tap out a little bit on this inner corner area just because I am going in with liquid liner. And I don't want it to smudge because this is a creamy pencil. I'm even going to take this a little bit to highlight the brow bone. And that I am going to blend out just a tiny bit so it's not too harsh. For eyeliner, of course, we did a wing, little inner corner moment. Now let's get into mascara. One I've been loving recently is this Tarte Duo. So it is their Tubing Lash Primer and Tubing Mascara. And let me tell you, this is pretty good. Does it replace my Ride or Die Melt So High mascara? No. But it is pretty good. So I'm going to use my Shiseido Lash Curler, curl my lashes like I normally would with any mascara. Because my lashes are not naturally curled. I wish they were. Now with the primer, the trick is not getting it at the base and just putting it at the tips of your lashes. I have played around with this a little bit and learned a few things. You don't want to get it at the base because then it makes the lashes too heavy and it doesn't hold the curl as well. So just do the tips. And you can already see how much longer my lashes are on this side compared to this side. Just doing the tips. Now just wiggle it back and forth and then brush it out a little bit. Just make sure everything is fully coated. And then you are also going to just leave it alone, let it dry, and then you will top it with the mascara. This will go from root to tip, just so everything is nice and coated. Now taking this mascara, this is what our wand is looking like on that. And I like to start at the tips just to get the bulk of the mascara off first before we get down to the roots. Again, so it doesn't weigh down the lashes. And you can see with one eye done, just one coat of each makes a huge difference. I will clean up my little mascara smudges here in a minute. Went ahead and took off that lip stain. I forgot to do this part before my mascara and eyeliner. This is the Milk Pore Eclipse Matte Setting Spray. This stuff is actually pretty good. I like to do a test spray because sometimes it comes out crazy. And then just set the whole face here. And this is our final look. Look at those lashes. Like I said, does it replace my Melt So High? No, but it is still really pretty and I've been loving it lately. So I thought, why not use it today since I haven't really talked about it much? Then I'll go ahead and insert a little bit of the outfit footage right here for you guys. But this necklace is actually the one my husband got for me for Christmas this past year. This dress I am wearing is from one of my Burlington hauls. So if you've not seen that video yet, definitely check it out. Not sure which shoes I'm going to wear, so you'll see it here first. And then the fragrance I am wearing is this Nest Black Tulip. This is one of my absolute favorite fragrances, and it is my favorite from Nest. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and getting ready for my birthday dinner. If you like any kind of videos like this, or any kind of makeup or beauty videos, I do a bunch over here. So definitely like and subscribe before you leave. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.